What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. On the screen right now is the Spain SBC that we completed. That is right, we did indeed complete a few more SBCs. Before we get into this full video though, as we open this current pack, today's video is sponsored, guys, by App Bounty. App Bounty is an iPhone and Android app that will allow you to generate FIFA points for free. If you're an iPhone user, go to the App Store and type in Blue, B-L-U, and if you're Android, it is just App Bounty on Android. This service offers worldwide functionality, so make sure you get yourself involved. And as you can see through the video tutorial on screen right now, you open the app, type in appbounty.net and continue through with your experience. Once you get prompted for an invite code, use the code NEPO. Capital N here is important, lowercase for the E-P-P-O. So make sure you get that right when you plug it in. You'll be able to generate points that you can earn for iTunes, Amazon, Steam, Netflix, etc. gift cards, which then you guys, obviously FIFA fans watching this video, can change into FIFA points. And we've got a fantastic set of stuff on FIFA right now, so of course they will be very helpful for you if you need some FIFA points. After downloading some offers and completing the task, you earn the credits, and then afterwards you can just delete the apps that you used. Check the description for more information and any links you may need. And so that out of the way, guys, I thank you for your support again through the videos. In the last episode, guys, we managed to get 16,600 likes or more. By the time you're watching this video, it might be up over 18,000 likes. So incredible contribution again. If we could go and get that sort of target, that would be amazing. Obviously, the last episode, we got some crazy good packs. We got Kante, we got Matic. Just can't fault that kind of pack luck on a pack-only account. You know, I was really, really lucky, really fortunate. And in today's episode, we're going to be going through some SBCs to start with. I managed to complete so many of them. I did so many of the SBCs that you've seen up till now, just looking to complete the marquee matchups. Because for completing this, we managed to get a 25k pack, some coins and another 25k pack, and all I was short was one player. Typically I won't do the marquee matchups all the way through because I could have sold those Galatasaray players or the I can't remember the other club that was there at the time, Besiktas I think. I could have sold them for like 3, 4, 5,000 coins. Typically I'll sell them, you know, because it will be better for the series overall to generate more coins, to open more packs, get more players, generate more coins, open more packs, yada yada yada. For example, the Cavani SBC, it requires 2 Palermo players. I had, I think, 5 Palermo players in the club. I managed to sell them all for around 30,000 coins. You'll see that in the next episode. And I was really, really happy with that. Now, again, we get some good pack luck. Not crazy. Like, Banega's decent. Sanson is decent. But in general, you know, the Matic, the Kante, the Chris Smalling, they've been pretty good. But the Banega, like someone like Banega is someone that I'll either sell or I'll use absolutely when I need to, or I'll use in an SBC, which will be awesome. But in general, I'm just super, super stoked with how easy these SBCs have become. And this, again, is testament to why I opened the 5k packs ahead of the 7.5k or 15k packs as we discussed in the last episode. Now, as per usual, guys, I've got some comments from the last video. Enjoy these SBCs. We go into some gameplay. There's a few more games to come in the next episode. What I'm going to do, the next episode is going to be the final games of this weekend league and the rewards as well. I'm going to put them into the same video. I think that'll be quite fun. You know, the rewards are hopefully going to be good to us, and then we can push on this weekend league with no requirements. So to use all the players we've got available, we should be able to build a pretty decent team. Here's hoping. But anyway, guys, the first comment is from John Hatt. Great name, John Hatt. He says, FIFA 18 should have player tasks, like manager tasks, but for each player it's different. For example, a top striker to score 200 goals, and once completed, he gets a link to everyone in the game like the legends. And for the lower rate strikers, it's only 50 goals. Love your videos, by the way. First of all, thank you for the nice comment, dude. And yeah, I don't know necessarily if that is the reward I would give, but I absolutely agree that daily tasks, or player tasks, like you say, would be great. We have manager tasks, which is essentially saying you're the manager. It's not like a task that you do for your actual manager in a team. It's like, hey, go buy an item, go sell an item, you know, go get a team with strong links, like that kind of stuff. And that's more to teach you how to play the game. But I definitely think, and we've talked about this many times before, I definitely think that there will be something positive if every time you get a player, no matter what happens with that player, there are just 5 tasks even to do with every said player. Like you said, with strikers, score 100 goals with a striker and get something for it. Now, what you could get or couldn't get could vary. For scoring 100 goals with a striker, you might get a 10,000 coin bonus. So you just get 10,000 coins, bang. Or even a coin pack. Remember from last year where we won the tournaments and they had the coin packs and it contained like either 3 cards or 2 cards, rares or non-rares, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000 coins. Just have that. Just have it. So, okay, so once you scored 100 goals, boom, you get yourself that coins pack. Okay, that could be manipulated if you just go offline, put it on easiest difficulty and start spamming goals in a game. So make it online only. Problem solved. Again, that then you could have an issue where you match up against your friend and he just lets you score goal after goal after goal. Again, it could be exploited. So again, just have it. Friendlies don't count. Just have it in competitive only games. So seasons, cups, and daily knockouts and weekend league, and that's it. Problem solved. Again, you could do so many things like with wingers, with midfielders, tackles, assists, complete this, complete that. With a striker, win 10 games with that striker in your club. Just win any 10 games, boom, problem solved. You get 5k on tradable pack. Stuff like that would be pretty awesome. It would affect the game in ways that we are unsure. There was actually a comment, and let me read it. I was kind of gonna not sure whether to read this one or not, but I'll read it anyway. The Beckham Power says, I've said this 100 times. If they, for example, started giving 30% more coins per match or 30% more coins for season finish, it would just mean that the player prices would go up 30%. Not exactly, but they would rise a lot. I highly disagree, but we'll continue. Where would the benefit of that be? I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but seriously, these videos would be better if you would actually think the benefits and faults of these brilliant ideas before voicing them out. And he says, brilliant ideas. So you're not trying to be an asshole, but you're being an asshole. That's fair enough. That's neither here nor there. Build a SWAT table or something. I see where you're coming from. If you consider that there's more coins in the game equals higher inflation, but you're wrong for so many reasons. You're wrong, first of all, because I was like, the whole point wasn't to say, let's just give out more match coins because then people can earn more so they'll be able to buy these players. I understand the correlation between more coins increasing player value. But there are 2 main things that I would argue to that. Number one is, I think you missed the point initially of the last episode where I was talking about increasing division rewards specifically to be on par with the other things we have in the game. I wasn't saying let's just increase the coins in divisions and increase more rewards from Foot Champs and get better rewards from Foot Draft. I'm saying Foot Champs offers such incredible rewards, which in itself drives the player prices up because everyone gets so much for it. The daily knockouts give you so much more rewards. They give you coin rewards, pack rewards, and then divisions is still exactly the same. So my point in the last video wasn't increase coins by 30% across the board of FIFA. It was strictly specific to increasing the rewards of divisions to fall in line with the rewards of the other things within the game. On top of that, the second point of this, so first of all, I feel like you missed the point, but secondly, EA have controlled the market so incredibly well to the point where 30% increase in coins would not equal a 30% increase in player value just because of how the economy of the market works. So you say to me, I should think about the benefits and faults of these brilliant ideas before I talk about them, but we're just talking about them. I'm not putting this in the game, right? I don't go off after this video. EA, hello? Yes. So in my video today, brilliant idea. Let's just raise coins by 30%. I know! That's what he said. Catch you later. That's not what happens. We're discussing, we're having a discussion, we're talking about things that could benefit the game. Then some people, sometimes nice, say, hey, here's a reason why that might not work. And then some people, sometimes like an absolute dickhead, are like, oh, brilliant idea. There's ways to talk about it. Like, as I say, it's not like I'm putting these ideas into the game, but 30% increase in coins, even across the board, wouldn't necessarily change the market because there always becomes a situation in FIFA where the player price disparities go like this. The elite players, they stay expensive and continue to get expensive where necessary, and then at times, usually around team of the season, they drop. But the low end players, the 81s, 82s, 83s, 84s, some 85s, they just do that. They just drop off because there is so many of them that even if, like, Kante right now, I don't know how much Kante is. Let's go and have a look how much Kante is. And we'll look at his 81, not his 83, because the upgrade obviously has a price that isn't regular because it's just in packs. So the 81 Kante is 8,700 coins. even if that increase of coins was 30%, even if his price went up by 30%, he's still going to only be like 11,000 coins, 11,500 coins. That's still super cheap, right? You could still buy and afford the super cheap players for super cheap, because there's so many of them on the market that it can't affect the market. The only players it would affect are the high tier quality players. But if you look at informs this year compared to last year, informs are super cheap. Why informs super cheap? Because there are so many informs packed due to the Foot Champs rewards. If you look at Neymar this year compared to last year, if you actually go and look at Neymar on the 28th of February last year in FIFA 16, his regular card, his 88 card, was worth about 200,000 coins, and his upgraded card, because he got an upgrade in January, was worth about 500,000 coins. And Neymar in FIFA 17 right now, no upgrade or anything like that, is worth 338,000 coins. So even with all of these prizes that we're getting through draft, through Foot Champs, through the daily knockouts, and with the lack of divisions rewards, Neymar's price is still only around 50% higher than his base card from last year, which you might say, well, there you go, proved your point. But no, there are other variables. Neymar this year is a 92 rated card, whereas last year he was an 88 rated card. So he's got more stats, better stats. He's more important to the team, to the game, and he's barely 50% more value. Like, you can't just say, oh, more coins will ruin things, because EA have got ways now, specifically due to squad builder challenges, to really control and dictate how the market works. So if they increase coins by 30% or 40% or 50% or 100%, let's say you just get more coins for a whole week. For every game you get the exact same amount of coins, doubled every game. What you're not getting is you're not getting you're not getting, oh my god, now every player is going to be exactly double the price, because it's just illogical. It's not how the market works. But then all EA would do is like, today let's do another SBC that's going to drain coins, drain coins, drain coins, drain players, drain coins, drain players, drain coins. That's all they do, man. Like, so if they give more, and then it comes down to the people who are clever with what they do. If you get an increase in coins, match coins, and EA be like, oh, damn, we're giving out so much now, how do we take it back away? Well, if you then say, I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to wait until there's a perfect time to do it for the most efficient manner, you will come out on top. But for all the lazy people out there, and I think you massively underestimate the huge number of lazy people out there, those dudes will be like, oh, this SBC, like Cavani was at like 60, 70,000 coins within the first hour or two that he came out yesterday, and now he's like 30,000 coins. So for the 20, 30, 50, maybe 100,000 people that did that Cavani for expensive, he's now super, super cheaper, because there's better ways to do it. So you can't just say you can't just say, oh, 30% more, bigger player prices. I do understand the correlation, I'm not an idiot, I do get that. But what you've got to understand is this game is controlled and manipulated primarily by the company that makes it, by EA. So where they will give in one sense, they will take away in another sense. And again, that's proven by all these inform packs that they give out. All these, top 100 gets 11, 12 informs or whatever, and then everyone that finishes in Elite, be it Elite 3, 2 or 1, gets inform packs. So what do? They do an SBC that requires you to use an inform. Bang. All of those informs they've just given out, they've now just taken away. It's like they balance it out. Everyone could turn around and say, no, let's all not do that SBC. But how can you get a collective like that when this game is so big and reaches so many people? It's impossible for I could make a video saying, guys, do not do this SBC, because it's just EA trying to drain your coins from you. And I might reach 150,000 or 200,000, or on a good day 300,000 people, and they might tell their friends, and a few other YouTubers might say the same thing, and it might get some popularity on Twitter or on Reddit, and maybe we could reach 800,000 people to not do that SBC. Not that I'm saying all of them would do it anyway, but maybe that's the case. So 800,000 people don't do this SBC, but millions of people play the game. So what about those dudes? Like, you know what I mean? The only people that are able to fully control this game and control this market and dictate how this game works are EA. So again, to my initial point, my point wasn't to just be like, hey, let's give everyone more coins because more coins you'll be able to buy these players. I understand that that would drive the player prices up. It was more about suggesting that the divisions rewards are horrendous and they need to fall in line with what comes from Foot Champs, Daily Knockouts and the draft, because the divisions is basically a non-entity. I only play divisions now to make sure I'm playing against high quality opponents in the meantime of Foot Champs Weekend League, because I could play the Daily Knockouts, I'd earn more coins overall, I'd get more wins overall, and it would just be generally a better experience, but it won't make me a better player. So for that reason, I think they need to revamp the divisions rewards. Anyway, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, good to have you back on the videos, bro. Big fan of you in the game. Says, Nep, what's your opinion on investing in league SBCs such as Calcio A and Bundesliga? Two things. Number one, if you're investing to make profit, don't do it. The reason why I say that is because you are one of many, many people that cottoned on after the second set of SBCs what EA were doing. They're doing the top goal scorers that are still in the league from the last year. They require you to get a specific team from every team, like whether the ratings or whatever. And so people started heavily investing. They bought the teams for themselves. Maybe they bought some of the key players that they felt were quite rare to store for trading and for selling on. And so when that SBC drops, what you're going to find is you're going to find that thousands of people try and sell on their investments. And when everyone's buying these players to invest, reducing the supply, but the demand, there's no demand because it's not out yet. So when there's demand, you've got thousands of people dumping these players back in, just drives the price down. If, however, you're investing to complete the SBC for yourself for cheap, very smart idea. Go to the Calcio A, go to the Bundesliga, maybe get like 14 players from every team so that you've got a few to sell if some of them do spike in price. But also, like, let's say you go for Borussia Mönchengladbach and you get a 78 rated team together, and then EA turn around and be like, yo, this one's an 80 rated team. You're going to be like, holy crap, I didn't invest properly. So it is a smart idea, I believe, if you're doing it to invest for yourself to get the player. But I don't believe it's a smart idea if you are doing it to make profit from selling the cards on. That's just my opinion. Of course, I could be wrong. This could just be another one of those brilliant ideas that I've got so wrong so many times. James Lenahan says, Nep, do you think for St. Patrick's Day Foot Champs Weekend League will require Irish players? No. I do think EA are going to do some good stuff for St. Paddy's Day. I know they've got like a card design for the Irish stuff that looks awesome. There'll be undoubtedly SBCs, special Irish cards in packs like there has been every year, and maybe a daily knockout that requires an Irish team. But in general, I don't think they'll do anything too serious with it. CJW901 says, hey Nep, do you think there should be Foot Champs tokens like draft tokens and make them really rare? I know this could get more easy wins for good players, but I just thought it would be interesting. Thought, by the way, love the series. Well, thank you for the kind comments, dude. I don't think that would be wise. The Foot Champs is supposed to be the best of the best. So when you just give people entry for free, that's not necessarily someone who's deserving to be in there, who hasn't earned their route in there. It would be interesting to see, like, if one weekend, if EA just gave everybody access, it would be interesting to see how Foot Champs changed, what changed with it. But overall, for the longevity of the game and for the kind of the integrity of what Foot Champs should be, I absolutely do not believe that giving out Foot Champs tokens should be a good thing. Nate Clark says, Nep, how do you advise someone who isn't good at FIFA to get better so they can qualify for Foot Champs? The age-old question, dude. This is one of the questions I get asked the most. And honestly, the most simple answer is to just play as much as you can. Figure out what's wrong. Stop doing... If something doesn't work for you, and it constantly doesn't work for you, and you think it's the game, and you're like, oh my god, EA this, EA that, it's probably you that's the issue. For example, for me, I concede most of my goals from my own set pieces. My own corners and my own free kicks are where I get countered and concede goals. Now, although it is something wrong within the game that allows that to happen, it's my decision that keeps making that happen. So I know that I need to change something to improve on that scenario. So for you to be able to get better, honestly, tip number one is to just play divisions. Tip number two is to just watch YouTubers that are good at the game and pros that explain the game mechanics and how they work. And tip number three, which I think is the biggest thing, is watch your gameplay back because when you can watch it when you're not playing, you get a much clearer view of what's going right and what's going wrong, and adapt, change. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.